So, last video I realized something. Basically, my videos are really boring to the average person. What I mean is that if you're not really interested, if you're an Android user but you're not a really hardcore Android user, just listening to the news can only be so interesting. I mean, yeah, you can get, oh, here's a little bit of information that you're looking for, but in general, there's nothing really here that I'm making. So, starting from this week, and next week I'll improve this, is I'm going to do, once a week, I'm going to do the indie app of the week. And the indie app of the week is, I browse the Android market. I know how hard it is to find a good app, good indie apps. It's pretty hard. So every single week now, this week I'm just going to tell you and describe it. The next week I'll actually have a little bit of video to go along with the description and with the rating with the app. So let's go start with the Android news. I'm of course This Week in Android News, and welcome to the show. Hope you guys enjoy. So the indie app of the week is Visual Task Switcher. You guys may have heard of it by now, but basically what it is that it's what it sounds like. It gives you most of your tasks in a visual format of a little bit of a snapshot of what's going on at the time in that app. So what it is basically it's basically like Expose or Windows. It just saves the screenshot and you can switch to apps, delete them by holding. It's a pretty cool app. It's free on the Android market if you want to get ads, but you can also get a paid version that supports the developer without ads. So I'm going to post a link in the bottom bar, which will take you to the Android market, and hope you guys enjoy this. So now let's go on to the real life news. If you own a Droid X, then you probably want to put anything on your HD TV, and now an app called Droid X Real HDMI has been released, which allows you to do that. Basically, it scrapes the really bad HDMI out right now on the Droid X, and it now allows you to put whatever you want on the HD TV. So go and check it out. Microsoft has released Bing Map and a search app. All of them, they're the same thing, Bing Map and search, and it's now available if you're on Verizon. I don't know why they decided to release it on Verizon, but regardless, if you're into that or you just want to check it out, it's in the Android market. And finally, this is really exciting. A little while ago, the G2 ROM, which was a leaked system dump from a new G2, was hacked and then made so that you could put it on another thing. What they actually found in there was something interesting. It's actually Google Voice with a Google Voice widget, which is really cool. So that won't be coming out for a while. I don't know what's going on. It may only be for the G2, but right now it's a really cool feature and a really cool prospect to have a really nice widget to go with Google Voice. Now for some tablet news. And this week there was a lot of tablet news. Really exciting stuff too. The first one being Toshiba's Android tablet, which is being called the Folio 100, now has official specs and a somewhat official release date. So it's being powered by an NVIDIA dual-core Tegra 250. It has a 10-inch resolute screen with a resolution of 1024 by 600, which is really nice. It has an HDMI out port, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, a full and micro USB port, front-facing camera with a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. It also has Android 2.2, 7 hours of battery life, and will possibly be released in October. So it's a pretty good competitor to the Samsung Tab. The Elocity A7 Android tablet will be available soon on Amazon. If you don't remember, because I haven't actually talked about it, it is 7 inches, it has a 1 GHz Tegra 2, 720 CPU, it has an 800 by 480 screen resolution, 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, HDMI out port, Android 2.2, and will be $399, and will be out late September, early October-ish. The KT Identity Tab has been announced. It is a 7-inch, 1 GHz tablet. It has 8 gigabytes of internal memory. It has DMD TV tuner, HDMI out port, 3 megapixel rear-facing camera, no front-facing though. And yeah, it's probably going to be it's a competitor with the Galaxy Tab. So I'm pretty sure it's only going to be available in Korea. And finally, phone news. The Sprint Epic 4G is now available, and is available for $199 with a 2-year contract. Motorola XT300 pics and videos have surfaced. That's the sliding Droid phone, which may actually be a prepaid phone. I don't get that. I honestly just don't get that. The LG E720 Android handset has been leaked. What we know of it so far is it has a 3.2-inch capacitive touchscreen. It has a Qualcomm MSN7227 processor, and is a 5-megapixel camera on the back. Besides that, we have no information. A trio of Android phones are headed to Motorola's Chinese Ming line. As you can see on the left of me, there's 3. The XT806 is going to China Telecom, that's the one on the left. The farthest left. The 81680 is going to China Unicorn, and that's in the center. And the MT810 is going to China Mobile, and that's on the right. The XT806 has a 3.2-inch screen with 300 ppi. The A1860 has a improved stylus handwriting and recognition with Motorola's soft stylus. And the most exciting one is the MT810, which has a resistive touchscreen, but it also has a flip-down see-through capacitive touchscreen. I don't get why they did that. The Samsung Fascinate might be launching on September 9th, so next week. And finally, an Evo-sized HTC Android device might be making its way to Verizon soon. What we know of it so far is it has a 4.3-inch display, dual LED flash, 8-megapixel rear-facing camera, the front-face camera, and finally, a kickstand. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm probably going to be adding segments recently because I just want to make this a little bit more interesting for you guys. If you want any segment, just let me know in the comments, or send me an email at thisweekinandroidnews.com, thisweekinandroidnews@gmail.com, sorry, or send me a direct message. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and next week I will be including a video with the newest Android app of the week. Also, visit droidnerds.com if you want the latest in Android news, and subscribe to me if you want the latest in Android news as well. But subscribe to me first, then go visit them. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week.